Are you in a war with your grocery bill? If you're like me, you want to learn to save as much as possible. So let me show you how to find groceries at Walmart for under $1. Welcome, friends, to the channel Classy Frugality. My name is Tanya, and I'm so glad you decided to join me today. Well, it seems prices are increasing on just about everything these days, from groceries to gas to our toiletries, just everything you can think of. Prices are going up, but in most cases, sadly, our paycheck that's coming in is not going up to compensate accordingly. I got to thinking about that, and as you all know, I shop at different places. I'm not loyal to any one store. I will go to wherever it is that I can find the best deal. I'll plan out my routes. I will shop different apps. Just whatever it takes to stretch my dollar just as far as it can go. So, speaking of dollars, I've come up with a few of my favorite $1 and under grocery items from Walmart. Now, here's you all a tip. If you didn't know this already, if you have the Walmart app, and maybe you can go to the website, you can probably go to the website too and do this, walmart.com. Go to that search bar at the top, type in groceries under $1. So groceries under, and I just do the $sign and the number 1. That will pull up all the grocery items that cost $1 or less. And you can scroll down, and it's amazing all the things that cost $1 or less. You could actually build a menu around all that. And so I sort of, not completely, but just sort of did that this week. I won't go into that menu at this video. I do intend to make a video like that showing you how to build meals like for breakfast, lunch, and supper, just using those inexpensive products like that, but that'll be a different video. I did pick out 6 different products. I actually went to the store today, so I chose 6 of those things to show you. These are under $1. So let's start with my weekly staple. I always get these no matter what. It's healthy, it's portable, it's cheap, just checks all the boxes. Good old bananas. Now this whole bunch here, I've got 3, 4, I got 7 in this bunch. This was more than $1 for this whole bunch. Matter of fact, I have my receipt here, which, by the way, I've scanned into Fetch. If you're not a member of Fetch yet, if you don't have the Fetch app, please go down to the description box and use my referral code. It'll get you 2,000 bonus points the first time you scan in a receipt, and it'll give me 2,000 bonus points. So go check that out. On this receipt, anyway, it shows that I paid $1.60 for these bananas, but you don't have to buy a whole bunch of bananas. I think a lot of people don't realize that. You go to the store, you see bananas displayed side by side in bunches like that, and you feel like you have to pick up that whole thing. It's like, oh, well, over here's a bunch that has 4 on it, and this bunch has 7, and I really only need a couple. Well, did you know you can literally take off 1 banana if you wanted to and buy 1 banana? This 1 banana is going to cost you under $0.25. Depending on the size, but just an average banana is under $0.25. I think the app estimates it at 22 cents or something like that. So anyway, but it's 54 cents a pound. So you could get at least 4 bananas. And if they're small bananas, you could probably get 5 bananas for about $1. So that's definitely one of my most favorite $1 and under food items that I get every week. I take a banana with me to work in the mornings to eat with my breakfast, along with my cup of coffee that I make here at home. I'm never without my coffee or my banana. So that is food item number 1 as far as my $1 and under choices from Walmart. Number 2, tomato sauce. And it's the 8-ounce can, of Great Value tomato sauce. They also have a lower sodium version of this too. This cost, let me find it on my receipt. This costs 48 cents. Now, this is very versatile. What I do with this is sometimes I will take the Great Value elbow macaroni, which is under $1 a box. Also, it's 90-some cents a box. I may have some in my cabinet. Let me check. I don't have any elbow macaroni, but I had a box of penny pasta. It's a 1-pound box for under $1. So sometimes I'll just take that. I will, just cook it on top of the stove, and then I'll pour some of this on there. Elbow macaroni, not the penny pasta. And growing up, we just always called it macaroni and tomato. A lot of times we ate macaroni and tomato with pinto beans, with sauerkraut and wieners being cut up hot dogs most of the time, and a big skillet of fried taters. Now, if you just want to make some pasta, pour some of this on it. That's a meal to me in and of itself. I have done that before. I've just taken that for my lunch at work. Maybe sprinkle some cheese on top of there if you have it. Maybe some black pepper on top of there if you have it. Some bread. But that's good for that use. I've also added spices to this to make pizza sauce. So by turning that into pizza sauce and putting that on top of some French bread, that makes a nice quick little pizza, and you're not opening up an entire big large jar. Okay, so for our next item, good old potted meat. Now this potted meat right here is the Great Value potted meat. It's 66 cents a can, and who eats this?
Paul eats that.
Come on video, Prentice. Hey, so this right here, the can says serving size is 1 can. Let's get you on here if we can. I just put my entire hand into that video. Sorry, folks. So Prentice takes this for his lunch a lot. He can get more than 1 serving out of this. He can
get 3 sandwiches.
Yes, so bread, the Great Value bread that we get, this is $1.42 a loaf. Each slice is 6 cents, so that means that's 36 cents worth of bread. This is 66 cents a can, so for 3 sandwiches, that's a little over $1 for 3 sandwiches. Now, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I understand. I know what some of you are thinking. This is full of sodium. We know this. This is full of cholesterol. We know this. But is it delicious? Yes, it is. It's delicious, and it's a good source of protein, so it gives you energy. It's cheap. So if you can get 3 sandwiches out of this 66-cent can of potted meat, I call that a winner myself. I call it a winner. So that's why it's one of my favorite under $1 Walmart grocery items. Bought some today. Okay, next is the chunk light tuna in water. This is a little bit more healthy protein source than the other one is, but it's good as well. It says serving size 1 can, and I know I can get more than one sandwich out of this. If we put a little spoon of mayonnaise, maybe a little spoonful of mustard in there, some I like pepper in mine too. You can get a couple sandwiches out of this. And this cost, where are you? I know it was 80 something cents. Okay, 80 cents. It was 80 cents even. So, look, meat is so expensive. I looked in the fresh meat section, and it was ridiculous. You know, usually pork's a lot cheaper than beef, but like the packs of pork chops were like $10 and $12 a package. I didn't buy any. The ground beef is like $5 or $6 a pound right now. I didn't buy any. I got another roll of that festive ground turkey. Anyway, but for $1 and under grocery option for a good protein source, and fairly healthy too, because we like the one in water, not the one in oil. This is a good choice. Okay, 3, 4, that was 4 items. So we're on item number 5. And this is the Great Value macaroni and cheese. Look, thick and creamy. They have the other options too. I like to get the thick and creamy. These noodles, the noodles themselves are a chunkier noodle than just the regular kind. They're not the skinny noodles. This is the 7.25 ounce box, and this cost 58 cents. It's the same price as the skinnier noodles, 58 cents. A lot of people think you have to have milk to make these. You don't. You don't have to put the milk in it. I don't even put it in there anymore. I just reserve some of the pasta water that it cooked in. It's good and starchy and thick, and so that's what I use in here. I don't put milk in there. It cuts down on costs, and sometimes my stomach doesn't agree with milk anyway. So 58 cents, that's got several servings in that. You could feed a couple people with that. Well, here's an idea though. 58-cent box of macaroni and cheese. What if you add this 80-cent can of tuna to that? That automatically makes it like a tuna mac meal, and that'll feed about 4. That'd make you about 4 servings. Can't get much cheaper than that. All right, finally, number 6. Who would I even be if I didn't include some good old ramen noodles in my choices for some of my favorite under $1 Walmart groceries? 30 cents a pack. You know, funny though, I can remember when you could get these for like 10 cents a pack. I guess that was many moons ago. There are no more 10 cents a package ramen noodles. But still, at 30 cents a pack, we like these. According to this package, it says 2 servings per container. You could probably do that if you're eating them like soup. Sometimes I don't eat them like soup. Sometimes I will drain most of the water out of here before I add the flavor packet, and I'll eat it with something else and add some soy sauce. You could probably use like the canned chicken, add a little bit of that. You could add some mixed vegetables to that as well, and that would make a good stir fry meal, especially if you're craving like Chinese, and you know how much a Chinese restaurant costs. Anyway, so those are some of my top choices. Go check that out. Just go try it. See what all you can find and pull up. Okay. For the rest of the video, I'm just going to show you a couple of other good grocery deals that I found, and then I'm going to give you an update on my garden. So, I went to Kroger one day this week. They had 5-pound bags of potatoes, 99 cents. 99 cents a bag. I bought 7 bags of those. I made a bunch, I think 3.5 bags. So I don't know. It was about 18 pounds, I guess, of potatoes that I cut up and roasted for our church. We took them to a place called Antioch Mission that serves people who just need a little help when would like to come there for a hot meal. So that was my contribution. I did that, and I made a couple cakes. So I was so tickled to find these for 99 cents a bag. I still have 2 bags left. I gave Mommy a bag, my mother, and we had some baked potatoes today during lunch. I still have more potatoes in the fridge. Tickled to death. And I'll show you what I found today at Walmart. Okay, here's my 27 cents a loaf French bread that I found at Walmart today. They had probably 15 of these laying there marked down. Like today it says best if used by 6/22, and today is 6/22. So I didn't want to get too many of them, but I did get 4 of them. And I think I'm going to put these in the freezer. I don't know. I might make myself some sandwiches to take to work this week and then individually wrap. I don't know. Depending on how big of a sandwich you like, you could probably get either 2 or 3 out of this. But 27 cents, oh my goodness. You know, there's all kinds of stuff you could do with that. I may even save those for my granddaughter's birthday party this weekend. I may cut them in half and make garlic toast out of them first before putting them in a freezer bag. I'm making spaghetti and hot dogs for her birthday, and so I might use that for garlic toast. I don't know. I'll have to think on what I do, but for 27 cents a loaf, I couldn't pass it up. You cannot personally make that from scratch for that price. So keep your eye out when you go to stores for these non-advertised specials. Now these potatoes, this was advertised. So it was like a 2-day thing Kroger was having. So I made sure to get some of those. But keep an eye out for the manager specials, the markdowns, and all that stuff to stretch your grocery bill. Look at these beautiful summer squash that I got out of my garden today. They almost got too big, but oh my goodness, I can't believe how fast everything's been growing. One of the things I love in particular about these grew from seeds I got at Dollar Tree. I was so pleased with that. The plants are beautiful. These squash are beautiful. I also have cucumbers out there growing from Dollar Tree seeds. I have cantaloupe plants growing out there. I have zucchini. I have butternut squash growing out there. I am just so pleased with how my Dollar Tree seeds are doing. It's very hot out there. So, as you can see, I almost have zucchini that is ready to be harvested as well. I still don't have any cucumbers that are coming up, but you saw the plants. The plants are there, the blossoms are there on the cucumbers, the cantaloupe, and the butternut squash, but I definitely have zucchini that'll be ready in just a day. Zucchini grows so quickly too. I'll have tomatoes probably in a couple weeks, and my potatoes are doing well. That corn, if you all watched and you remember the other videos, I tried twice to get some corn to grow. Evidently, I must have just lost track of time and didn't realize how old that was. After I got to thinking about it, I've probably had that around for 4 or 5 years. I don't know. I'm just trying to be frugal. It didn't germinate. So I planted twice. It never did germinate. Thankfully, a friend of my husband's gave us corn. He gave us green beans and he gave us potatoes. Because if you recall, I originally did not have green beans or potatoes out there. So everything that he gave us is growing. So I now have corn, green beans, potatoes, in addition to all those other things that I had. I was thinking about this. I didn't have to buy anything for that garden this year. Those seeds from Dollar Tree that I had purchased them the previous year, most of them, and then a couple packs I purchased this year. I mean, they were only $1/4 a pack when I did buy them. And those squash that I showed you, those were from Dollar Tree seeds. So like I said, I was so pleased with that. So that's a good testament to the Dollar Tree seeds as well. If you can't find any space, maybe you could find you a pot, put you some in there. Try it out. You only have $1/4 to lose. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video and I hope you found it useful. Give me some ideas if you don't mind. Put those ideas down in the comments. It encourages me. Maybe you can give me a new idea for a different sandwich or meal that I haven't tried. What is your favorite cheap, under $1 grocery item? If you haven't subscribed to the channel Classy Frugality, I would encourage you to hit that subscribe button. Until I see you again, have a blessed day.